Hello everyone. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I have positioned the camera a bit too high, not that much. Hmm. How about now? Now it's too low. This is tricky. Hmm. 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 It's fine now. So, okay, I did decide to do a part two. Yeah, much better. So, what we see on screen now is like yesterday's code where we were building a listen to this article feature, right? Which was, if we go here, go back. Anybody watching? Two people are watching. Nice. So what we did was 11 dot localhost, and let's go to home. Home is this thing. Okay. And then our blog post, we had this, right? Like we called the ElevenLabs API, we integrated it, and then it generated an audio file and automatically linked it for us. But when we deployed it to Frappe Cloud in the platform, right, and we tried to generate it on bulk, we got some issues because we were making concurrent requests. Here, if you see, it's not attached, right? So in order to fix this, so actually what we were doing is in here we have a button, 11 lab settings, and this button queued all the jobs at once, right? So what we want is we want one job that does it serially, not concurrently. So let's go back to our code and see what we were doing. So this was the thing, right? And it called this method generate audio for blog post. And I don't like how we are passing the whole doc, even if like two, three fields are used and passing around of this. So we'll refactor this code as well. So let's go inside here. And then if you see it enqueues, right? But what we want is not to enqueue this, but to actually go ahead and uh, what do you say? Do it, because this is all this should put one job in the background that does things serially. So what we can do is we need to refactor this first. So let's see, we are doing get all, that is fine. And for each we are generating a block, we don't need a doc. So let's first of all refactor this thing. So this doc we were assuming because we had it in hooks.py file, right? Where it passes us a doc and an event. So in order to start refactoring this, what I'm going to do is let me create a new file, because right now it's also confusing to me. So I'll create a new file. Let's say audio generator.py file, and I'll import Frappe because I most probably will require that. And I'll create a class. So we are going to use a okay. So what were we doing? Yeah, audio generator, and let's pass. So slowly I want to refactor this whole thing, right? Where we are passing around the blog post to a class that does all of this and encapsulate this all inside it as a method, right? Anyone in the chat? Hello, everyone. Either the chat is stuck or there is nobody in the chat. That is fine. Friday evening, right? TGIF. Ah, so what were we doing? Hi Nihal, yeah. Finally someone in the chat. Cool. So what was I doing? I was refactoring this. So let's start by defining a constructor. So what all does this audio generator need in order to, okay, let's call it blog post audio generator. This makes more sense because it's very specific to the blog post right now. So in that case, constructor, and this won't return anything for now, but tabs. Okay. So we need, so how do we figure out what do we need? So let's see what is being used. Here we have has content changed, which requires the, okay, this thing, right? Because this is so tied to the doc that we will have to have the doc for checking the has content changed. Or we can do one thing, right? We can skip this part and start here. Like let this function manage this part. Let it be. And let's look at rest of the stuff, which will be this thing. And this requires um, the content type, the blog post name. Okay. Content type, blog post name. I think that's it. So let's start with the minimal. Blog post is a string, and we'll use type hints now because we are doing it properly. Yesterday we wanted to get it work. So usually this is how the cycle works, right? You write ugly code and make it work, and then you go back to your code, refactor it, make it more maintainable, cleaner, readable, right? So blog post, and then we need the content type, which will also be a star, and then we need the actual content, which will also be a string. So we need three things in order for this blog post generator to work, right? Blog post audio generator. And let's start moving. So in init, I will say self dot blog post equal to blog post, self dot content type equal to content type, self dot content equal to content, right? If these three things are provided, then we can write a function def generate self, right? Then we can move this, generate and attach audio file. All this should um, for now I'll copy this. We don't have the blog post anymore, but we do have self dot content type, right? And for text, actually we have the content now, so this will be self dot content. Then why do we need the content? Oh, it's fine. Let's figure it out later. I don't think we need the content type right now. Let's remove this. We need to import this from utils. From listen to blog.utils import get ElevenLabs client. Okay. Create file doc. This should also be a method. Hi Gwen. How are you? What was I doing? Yeah. Create file doc, or should we call it? Just let's say create file, right? And this needs the audio, and this returns none. Yep. Generate also returns nothing. Cool. So this will become self.create file. We no longer want to pass around blog post, just audio. This is already looking cleaner. And now we can copy this part. Yeah, I'll just cut it from there. Let's go back. Let's paste it here. Indentation issue, let's fix that. This will come here. Okay, so we don't have this yet, don't worry. So this will become self dot blog post, and this will also be self dot blog post. Nice. Now this we have to turn this into a db dot set value instead. Frappe dot db dot set value blog post self dot blog post, and custom audio field will be set to file.file URL. Nice. Delete this. Cool. Now we need to bring this one. So that can be self delete old. So Guen asks, I'm using ERP Next version 15, but my UI is different from yours. Do I need to upgrade to something else? Um, so Gwen, I have the latest version 16 develop branch, right? So this is like not released yet. So I'm in the develop branch, not a stable version. So it might look different and it might even change before version 16 is released. So don't worry, like all the concepts and everything still apply, just the UI layout is and design is different. So Gwen says, thanks for your work. I watched and learned so much from videos. That's good to hear. Keep building. Yeah, let's get back. Delete old file if exists. And this shouldn't require anything and should there as well. Let's copy this. See. This is object-oriented programming, the so-called object-oriented programming. So this will become self.blog post, right? And it will check, and then in create file we can, instead of this, self dot delete. See how much cleaner it has become. Now we are not passing around the blog post so much. This all the stuff or the state we need is at the class level, right? Nice. Let's format imports because Ruff is complaining. And this we can let go of now. Even this whole thing can go away. Not this right now. Let's pass it for now. And yeah, so now this audio generator, right? This takes in the blog post, the content type. I don't think even we need the content type. So let's remove that. It takes the blog post and the content. We should maybe rename it to blog post name. It's fine. It's like str, so anybody will be knowing that it is a name and not the actual blog post doc. Content type. Cool. Cool. So this class is now ready to be used. There might be circular import here, but we'll get rid of it. Don't worry. So, okay. So now this is done, right? Now what we need to do is, in order to generate the audio file, we are calling this function. And in here, we will do audio generator. Why I'm skeptical is because here you see we are importing this from utils, and then utils imports audio generator, right? So it might, this is a circular import. So let's create a new file. This refactoring has forced us to do some clean stuff now. That's good. This can be, and we can place that inside the audio generator file itself. Why do we need a third file? So this underscore attach audio, this can be a method here. Def generate and attach audio file, blog post doc, right? And now this can go away from here, and this can be imported from listen to blog dot audio generator import generate and attach audio file. Nice. Don't worry if it's like a bit confusing, but ultimately we'll get a cleaner code base. So now this lives here and it has the blog post doc. So what we can say is blog post audio generator. It needs the blog post, which will be blog post doc dot name, and it needs the content. So now here we can do what we were doing somewhere around here. So let's copy this here, and content will be blog post doc dot get. Okay, this could become confusing. So let's get the field name equal to type to field map. The type is blog post doc dot content type. So now we can get the content using this. We're doing the same thing yesterday. Now we have the generator instance, and now we can call generator dot generate. Nice. See, what did we do? We extracted a lot of stuff out. Has content change? Okay, this will be required. So maybe let's keep it in utils and import it there. Okay, this issue still remains, but format imports. This has content change can also go away from here. Let's move it here so that field map can come back here. Format imports format document. Cool. So now let's move this one below this. Cool. So we can say this part also can be moved. Okay, but the issue is then it will enqueue all the jobs even if the content hasn't changed. So this has to be there. Sorry, copy. This is not dry. I'm not liking it, but let's get it working again and then maybe do one more iteration of refactoring. Okay. So what is happening right now? If content has not changed, return. And if not, This is all like our work, but ultimately then it will go here and then it will call generate and then it will start generation and create the file and everything. So let's test it out. And for testing purposes, we can also add a button here that explicitly regenerates the thing, right? So let's do that. So because blog post is not our doc type, we don't have the JS file here. Otherwise, we'll directly jump and do that. But we do have hooks, right? So we can go into, yeah, this doc type JS. And we can say we want to include it to the blog post doc type. So what I have seen, like people do is they create a client script and then they export it as fixture. And fixture means if the user wants to change the file, right? Like if you give him the client script, he might want to change it, right? But fixture, like when they update the site, it comes back and it's confusing for the users, right? So this is the correct way to inject JS, right? Like this is the correct way to do hooking into events and not server script export as fixture. So that's just keep it in mind that this is the right way. So we can call it blog post extend blog post.js. Cool. So we'll create that file inside the public directory. JS extend blog post.js and let's try alert. It is linked. Go back to the browser, refresh. It is linked. Fine. So now we can do the same thing. Copy over this part and make it blog post. And refresh. FRM. Cool. So we want to add a custom button. FRM dot add custom button regenerate audio and then we'll do something and then at the end say show alert, whatever, like for now pass. Pass is not here. Fine. Let's go back and if you see we have regenerate audio and it's not doing anything, right? But we can now call this method and give it the doc. What method should we call from here? Okay, def. Can we reuse this one? Whitelist it, maybe wrap it. Okay, wait. Probably not. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. What is happening? Let's do generate and attach audio file. This can be again the issue is okay, fine. We'll figure out a way for now. Instead of sending the doc, but let's, so I'm not liking this dependence on the whole doc just to get this field, right? Hmm. So what I will do is I will say this method just takes the blog post name. This is whitelisted. Takes the blog post name, the content, and does this two things, which will be calling the generator, blog post audio generator, blog post name, and content, right? And then generator dot generate. So these two pieces can be replaced with call to this one with this two programs. So this utility function acts as a, what do you say, caller of the class, right? Because from the front end right now, we won't be able to call the class method directly or initialize it, right? So this acts as that. So now easily what we can do is we can go back to our JS file and we can say frappe.call method listen to blog dot audio generator dot generate and attach audio file, and the args will be, so what all arguments does this function take? Blog post name and content, which will be blog post name will be frm dot doc dot name, and content, right? Now here is the issue that content depends on the content type. So again, front end shouldn't have to worry about this. Hmm. Hmm. So let's ask for content type. Again, then we'll have to get the content from the database and so on and so forth. Hmm. How do we do this? I'm still thinking. What could be the cleaner way of doing it? Right now, it's like everywhere we are getting the field map, etc., and then see it's repetition. Here again, if we want to do this, then becomes the same thing. I used a package called Edge TTS, which internally makes use of Microsoft Edge read aloud feature to produce human-like voice. However, it is an unofficial package. I guess we can use it for hobby project. Yeah. What was I doing? Yeah. Generate and attach audio file content. So we are assuming that the content is passed based on the type. Ha. I don't want to do one thing. Let's do one thing. Let's pass in the whole doc. Let it do what it does. And then I don't think we'll need, we'll whitelist this itself, remove this, or let it be, doesn't matter, or remove this. Ha, I'm going back in circles, but fine. Code cleanup is not that easy. Remove this and this. So we are back to square one. Okay, let's try this now. Regenerate audio failed to get method for this with cannot import this from partially initialized module, this most likely due to circular import. Okay, so what is happening here? Okay, circular import, right? I knew this would happen. For now, I'll have to remove this and do this instead. This for now. Okay, let's go back. Okay, one positional argument blog post doc. Okay, str object has no attribute content type. Okay, this is str. Maybe it's sending in JSON. Hmm, JSON. So Frappe dot parse JSON blog post doc. Okay, how do we know it succeeded? Oh, we should delete this. Clear this. Clear. Okay. So now don't have anything. Let's add a dot then Frappe dot show alert generation complete. Go back, refresh, generate audio. Generation complete, but I don't see. Let me reload. Yeah, so this should be reloaded. frm dot refresh, or we can say reload. Let's clear it again, and we're using a lot of credit. Oh, it will reload. It will be refresh only, I guess. I think it should be called reload, but I'm not sure. Refresh is not the thing. We need reload. It doesn't reload automatically. Car frm dot reload doc is the see, reload doc is the thing I was looking for. Now let's try one final time. Regenerate audio. Yep, nice. Now it is attached.
This is some HTML and I am reading V6.
Okay. V6, cool. So it works. Now it's much more cleaner and we have this and that and everything working. So now we have to fix this, right? So this is called from the hook. If the content hasn't changed, it just returns. And then it is enqueuing, right? This will change now. So what we can do is we can move this as well, all of this to audio generator. And This will remain here, or we can move it here. So in the client, ultimately in the utils only this thing remains, right? That's fine, I guess, because audio generator has everything then. Huh. So we ended up moving everything here. That's fine. So now this should be generate and attach audio file. It takes a doc and uses the generator to generate the audio. Okay, I like the sound of it. Cool. It's readable now. This has to change because now it is inside listen to block dot audio generator, and in hooks.py file also it will change. So let's move whatever hooks we are using to the top, because a lot of comments here as a documentation. Cool. These two hooks are very useful for customizing apps, right? Like ERP Next. So we need to change this. This will become audio generator. Generate audio file for blog post. And this will be what we have here is generate audio file for blog post. Nice. So it will enqueue, I think. Fine. Medium. Oh, our default. Let's put in the default queue. Cool. So now everything should work as expected again. And now let's fix that issue, right? The bulk one. So what we can do now is we can say not this. We want to directly call okay def generate audio files in bulk enqueue queue bulk audio generation, right? So this will be the whitelisted method which we'll call from the front end. So actually this won't generate, this will enqueue, right? So this becomes audio generator, and this will become a lot of time in refactoring, but this will fix the concurrency problem. Yeah, enqueue bulk audio generation. Nice. So now you will understand what I was trying to do ultimately. Frappe.enqueue enqueue generate missing audio files, right? QUEUE long. Okay, this will do that. And now here we will call underscore generate audio file. And not that too, like we don't need now the doc, right? We have a method which, or we can directly call the blog post generator. So this two should suffice. And we need the name. Okay. And since it's in background, it doesn't matter, right? So let's generate. Yep, nice. So what will happen is this will enqueue this whole thing and it will start generating audio and attaching it one by one. So this is done now. Cool. So now if you go and click in ElevenLabs settings, so let's remove from here so we can test this one. ElevenLabs settings. And I want to have one thing here as well. One neat thing we can do here is that we can show a progress bar if they want to see it. So we have frappe.publish progress, right? Which uses socket IO to publish the progress to desk in real time. But then again, I think in background job, let it be. We are going too deep. Yeah, successfully generated. This should be successfully queued generation of audio files. Cool. Now we go to our queue job. It failed, of course, but that is due to the local setup thing and not the actual thing. Cool. And we are good to go. Let's commit this. Refactor audio generator lib. Let's sync changes. Nice. So let's read our notes. Button in blog post to regenerate audio. So we can do one more thing, by the way. We can enhance a small tiny bit of detail. Here it is regenerate audio, right? If there is no audio, it should show generate audio, right? That is fairly straightforward. We can say const button label equal to generate audio, and we can check frm.doc. Custom audio. If it is there, then regenerate audio, else generate audio. So I am conditionally setting the button label, and then this will become this. A small UX improvement, nothing much. So let's refresh. Now it is generate audio. Let's generate. And now it becomes regenerate audio, right? Small fix, but nice one. Fix UX. Button label. Dynamic button label. Nice. That is also done. So this we can shift command S. Okay. That I have bound to some other keyboard. So this is done now. Throw error if ElevenLabs API key is not set. Okay. So that can be done at just this one place. If not API key, frappe dot throw, please set your API key in 11 labs settings before generating audio. Cool. So core throw if no API key. So this task is also done. And since we refactored the whole thing, this issue is also done. And integrate into bws.live site, right? So let's deploy the latest version to Frappe Cloud first. I will sync everything. Frappe cloud. Let's remove the nodes. Bench groups. Build with Hussein. Update available. Listen to blog is at the latest. Nice. Let's update everything. Let's update all the sites. Cool. In the meantime, I will open up my Astro site locally, which is in build with Hussein, build-with-Hussein.dev, code dot yarn dev, and the learn apply cycle. See, works. Reactions probably won't load. Yeah, fail to fetch because of course issue. That's fine. So for now, what we can do is blog layout.stro, right? Here is where the blog is getting generated, and the blog actually is fetched from the Frappe site. If you followed my project on this, you would remember. Let's have some coffee. See, if you see this pan, this is this. So what I want now is I want an audio player right about here before the horizontal rule, right? This is the article content. So here I want an audio player. So let's get the HTML audio element. I haven't used it in a long time. So this will come here, paste this. We don't need this. Actually, we want type to be the other one. Yeah. And where this audio will come from is actually that doc type. So let's see where I have fetched this. Get blog post list, and then it renders the list. That is fine. Article doc. Get blog doc by route. Blog doc. And these were the fields I was getting. So now I want one more field, which will be custom audio. So this will give me the URL to the audio file. And then I can add it to TypeScript as well. So this could be custom audio as just audio file URL. Explicit is better than implicit. This is also a string because this is TypeScript. So, and now we'll have access to this. Oh, this is list. We don't want it in the list. Oh, nice. Good catch. We actually want it in the post. Where is the post? Get blog post by route. I think it's returning the whole blog post. Fine. I have a server script that is being called. Nice. So apart from this, I don't think we need to change anything. We'll have access to the audio file right away. And here we can just replace this with article doc dot audio file URL. Nice. Hmm. Let's go back here. And right now, if you see it has no audio, so this we have to check in the platform blog post list, and only BWH turn once has the audio because remember we had concurrency issues. BWH turns once. Okay, this also doesn't work. Let's check JavaScript console and inspect. Hmm. Slash user slash mdusen slash this. What? Oh yeah, that is like a relative path, right? So we need to get the absolute path. For images, I do this. We can say blog dot audio file URL is equal to something that we'll do, then the audio file URL. So we'll have to prefix it with the site URL. Blog.audio file URL. Okay. So somewhere I have stored this, maybe in a constants file. Yeah, Frappe CMS URL. Import from Frappe art slash dot slash data slash constants Frappe CMS URL. Nice. Hi Yasin, how are you? Mm, yeah. So now this will be correct. Let's try it out in the browser. Caching is off. Yeah. So undefined. Mm, okay. And why is that? Oh, we don't have as non like us. This will be still. So in the list we defined this, but actually now since we are getting the whole doc, we can't do as custom audio. This will remain the same name. So custom audio, custom audio. Let's get back, refresh. Okay. Still doesn't do anything. Come on. Oh yeah, just one name and a lot of issues. Now it is working. Finally.
Today's a very special day for two reasons. One,
Yep, nice. So now we can add H4 here. Listen to this article and let's add some margin top to this thing. Margin top 2. Nice. And now we can add one more horizontal rule. Stylistic purposes, nothing more.
today's a very special day for two reasons.
Nice. So now it is integrated. So there is one issue that if there is no audio attached, right, this should not render this piece. So let's apply here article doc dot custom audio. Only then let's render this whole part. We can wrap it in a div. Okay, nice. Let's see if it works. So for this, I don't have yet. Okay, it doesn't work. Hmm. Have I done it anywhere? Hmm. Does not work. So let's do one thing. Search for it, right? That's the last resort. Switch to T2x, please. Let's switch to 2x. Okay. What was I doing? Yeah. Today my brain is working slowly, probably because of Friday. So it's working at half x, not 2x. So we are almost at the end, so it doesn't matter. Hmm. What was I doing? Again, this conditional rendering, Astro. See, they have also you done this and this should have worked. So what should we do in this case? So let's do Boolean. Will this help? Hi Prashant Pant, how are you? Let's get back. So if you see here, it works.
Today's a very
Here it doesn't. It should not show this piece altogether. So what we can do is we can do a pre-tag here, right? Here and see what that value is. That's okay. Okay. Got it. The issue is here we don't care if it is ha ha ha. Fine. So we have to apply conditional if blog dot custom audio. If there is some audio, then only do this, right? Now this should fix that issue. Yeah, gone. Nice. So now that player will only show up if there is some audio to listen to. Nice. Let's delete this pre and we should be good to go. Let's push this to production now. Feed. Listen to article. Done. Now we built an app, we pushed it to Frappe Cloud, we did everything and pushed it to production. That's nice. So let's see if Frappe Cloud has updated the sites. Yeah. So now we can go into ElevenLabs settings, generate missing audio files, successfully queued generation of audio files. Let's go to our queue job. And it has started. It's generating the audio files. Let's wait for it to generate. Once that is done, we are done. Yep. Happy weekend, everyone. So I'll just wait for this job to finish. Let's check blog post. Yeah, once that job is done, we should have audio for all the blog post. So I did miss one thing. Hmm, So let's go back to our notes. Not this notes, the notes. And integration is done. Let's strike this. And this one I'll fix offline. I think some instructions are needed for the model to treat the content properly. Oh, it failed. The read operation timed out. Okay. This is some for chunk in audio. Weird. So I'll fix this offline. But right now I want some blog post list. Using education module like Walnut School. Maybe I should get Chinmay for Walnut, demoing the Walnut School module, right? Okay. Okay, I had muted myself and forgot. I was saying like we exhausted a lot of code quota while testing. But see, now we have the learn apply cycle as well. So this button works. But the bulk one won't work because, yeah, I think this is why the background job failed, right? This because where is it? Yeah, this failed. There was some issue, right? So yeah, we can go to ElevenLabs and check. See, low credits. Total we had 40,000. Now remaining is 1068. We'll get it next month. So I will maybe wait till next month to generate Ha! See how tricky they are. Cool. So yeah, let's see if Netlify updated our site for with the audio file. Yeah, see, now it's in production. Nice.
Today's a very special.
Okay. And one more we did right. We did the learn apply cycle. And it will trigger a re-render slowly because on update of each blog post, I re-render this Astro site. Netlify. And if you see bws.live published. Hmm. Yeah, it's fine. So I'll end the stream now. We are almost done. We covered a lot of stuff, by the way, in these two episodes. So I wanted to do today's episode because I wanted to show you how like we can refactor stuff out, and then now the generate function is so small. See, like we parse the JSON, we get the field map, and then just generate the audio, right? And this is the method that is called from the event. And this is parse JSON, and we can apply add a if condition here that if only it is a string, then only try to parse it, otherwise it will try to parse the doc as well. So that can be done offline, no issues. But yeah, rest, see if we include this and this generates it in bulk, so on and so forth. So now utils is also clean. That's it for these two episodes. Hope these two episodes were helpful, and let me know what all new episodes you want to see in the comments. Goodbye.